On today's video, we'll be talking about a stock market crash, a potential stock market crash, big boy crypto being fired, Grayscale Bitcoin ETF, and XRP and Western Union developing a partnership. So listen, y'all, a lot of big things are happening right now in the world. We talking about from CBDCs, real estate crashes in China, and then a lot of developments with cryptocurrency in places like Singapore, Hong Kong, Saudi Arabia, and Dubai. And of course, El Salvador. Big shout out to everyone down there. So what we want to do today is focus directly on this story right here. So I made a short about this, Michael Burry, right? I want to talk more about this here, and we're going to look at some charts as well. So Michael Burry of the Big Shorts fame, Michael Burry of Big Short fame just bet $1.6 billion on a stock market crash. So this is something really interesting. Michael Burry, again, is famous for shorting the market in 2008 and then the 2009, era when real estate was crashing and things of that nature. People lost a lot of money, and people were prepared. Ray Dalio, Michael Burry, they for some reason knew what was going to happen, and then they shorted. So for those who don't know, a short or a way to short is with options. Options are derivative contracts that allows you to control up to 100 shares of an underlying stock, and then you can make a exercise your option whether you're going to sell it. So you can go call, which means calling to go up, or you put to go down. Michael Burry was like, we are going to put this thing down. We're going to put the market down, right? So he made a whole bunch of money doing that. And then so again, they're talking about Burry appears to have been wavering between bullish and bearish on his stock picks this year. In January, he tweeted a cryptic message to his 1.4 million followers: sell, he wrote. But by the end of March, he backtracked, and I was wrong to say sell. And we know that was definitely wrong because stocks was running up, for about 6 months straight. We'll say definitely from December up until July, right? And then that's when things started to crash. Right. So the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 have both notched big gains so far this year. They're up nearly 16% and 38% respectively. In the mid 2000s, Burry was famous for placing a wager against the housing market and profited handsomely from the subprime lending crisis and the collapse of numerous financial entities in 2008. But what's really important next is that we see China is getting out of hand. They're getting out of regional banks. Evergrande has crashed, and all of this relates back to the stock market. Well, so Burry's fund is also getting out of his shares in a number of regional banks. I remember banks been crashing. It sold its 150,000 shares of First Republic, as well as holdings in Huntington Bank and Western Alliance. So what's also interesting is that he's shaking out of banks. He thinking the market is crashed, but historically he has had some wrongs. But after you make so much money and get so much fame, it is hard not to have people watch it. So we're going to continue to cover this story and dive in. But another thing I want to show y'all here is that Michael Burry may be right though. Check this out. So this is about the stock market. So historically, we can add in August as well, but historically, September has delivered a negative 0.73% monthly return for the S&P 500. Good for the worst monthly average dating back to 1945. Really bad. That's not good. The S&P 500 has moved higher less than half the time in September since 45, while the NASDAQ, which is the like QQQ stock, has the worst month on average since 1971, beginning in September. So what it's essentially saying here is that September, we can add August and September historically do not perform well. So a lot of people then get out of the market at this time. Traders are watching the market more and are trying to be more cautious with what they're doing. There's many reasons of why the market goes down. So some theories is this, especially like right now, the market has ran up handsomely, tremendously, right? And then people want to start taking profits. Institutions and hedge funds know that at some point they need to slow down and get ready for the winter. Winter is fourth quarter. We had a nice first quarter, second quarter, and then third is usually gets shaky. And then they make sure that the market's going back up so that way they can report on their funds at the end of the year and going into January that everything is all right. Even last year, the market started to slowly recover in December leading into January, right? Very, very interesting. So what we're going to do is then share this chart right here. So what we have here, we have the S&P 500 pulled up on the weekly chart. I have some moving averages. The red is 8, the 21 is the yellow, the 34 is green, the 55 is white, the 89, and we have the 100 is pink, and then we have the purple line, which is the 200. So the 200 is something we like to pay attention to. If you notice it here, it bounces off the 200 in June, and then one top, one bottom, another bottom, kind of breaks through, comes back in October, it rides, and we continue to go up. And again, each candle represents a week. I would say right now, this looks like a pullback, and it looks like we still have more upside to go. Looking at my MACD down here, it went again crazy in October. The blue line crossed over the signal line. MACD crossed over the signal line, which usually indicates a process of going up. So we're going to zoom in to the day chart. On the day chart as well, these lines here, moving averages being rainbow and then bouncing off of the 89, never going so far below the 55 right here, excuse me, the 89, which is the green line here. So this month here, let me draw, let me get the highlighter. So this month here was the down where I draw the circle. That's August, and August definitely proved a point. So what one was saying, like a Michael Burry, or what the data that I just pulled up is kind of saying that a top is here, essentially, around here. We go back a little historically, December 2021, it also hit this number up here at roughly 470, slides back down for several months, and then this is what we call a run from October essentially back on up to finish out that fourth quarter. So what's really going to be important is if we can crack through this 450 right here, then move on up to the 470 ranges and whatnot. But we're going to see. They say September is going down, but if you're looking at the MACD, it's looking like we got strong movement to the upside. We definitely going to continue to watch and see what happens. Okay, so let's move forward and stop talking about market and the potentials, and let's talk about what just happened the other day in the world of cryptocurrency. So BitBoy Crypto has been fired. Very breaking news, in my opinion, here. So let's pull this up. We have BitBoy Crypto, right? Ben, big shout out to Ben. I watched this channel. I've been supporting one of the early people I've listened to, not as much recently, but let's see this here. Prominent cryptocurrency influencer Ben Armstrong, founder of BitBoy Crypto, has announced his departure due to an internal coup led by TJ Shedd and Justin Williams. TJ Shedd and Justin Williams are owners of the Hit Network. At some point, all of them have like worked together essentially, and they are collaborating. They, are supposed to be working together. And what blows my mind is that for some reason, when we mean like a coup, and a coup is definitely, like we said, military wise, of someone's taking your company, How can they do that? It's got to been some type of paperwork. There has to been something signed where they would be able to go do that. So I wonder what exactly was signed in the first place. Um, we're gonna have to pay attention to that. So but let's keep diving in. TJ Ben, this is Ben and Ben Coin, right? This is the coin that is he apparently purchased from somebody. A lot of stuff started getting weird when the Ben Coin thing dropped, but he says a few days ago, "This is Ben," meaning BitBoy Crypto, Ben Armstrong. TJ Shed and Justin Williams has attempted a coup at my company. Just confirming what is going on. It's true. There has been a mutiny at BitBoy Crypto and Hit Network, but it won't work. They have no leverage, and until they can clone me, I have nothing to worry about. BitBoy Crypto fired from BitBoy Crypto. Now it's just called Boy. That's people, making jokes and whatnot, and at the expense. I wish all was best. Controversy surrounding Ben Armstrong departure amidst token questions, investigation rumors. Armstrong has faced criticism for allegedly selling tokens after endorsing them and promoting potentially risky investments, affiliate connections. These controversies rise questions about whether his departure aims to distance himself from potential liabilities. Additionally, Armstrong has been involved in other controversies, including his separation from Ben.eth. That's the other guy that originally started the token, and they did some type of sale or something so that Ben Boy Crypto could take it over. A conscientious meme investor, meme creator, excuse me. This came to light when Ben Meme Coin released amid accusations of a rug pull. That whole thing was crazy. So let's sum this up a little bit. What's happening is essentially, as BitBoy Crypto said, there's a mutiny, there's a coup. His name, his likeness has built a company called BitBoy Crypto. At some point, Hit Network came in and around the blockchain and these other guys. Now we're years in the future, and they're saying potential drug relapses. They're saying scams, attacks by the SEC, and different type of things, which is making them lose credibility. And what did they do? They did a so-called coup or mutiny, and they're kicking him out somehow, some way. They are kicking BitBoy Crypto out. Unfortunate. So what we're going to do over here is continue to follow this as fans of crypto, blockchain, media personalities. I want to know what's happening. I really do. And I wish him and the family the best. And hopefully they can figure it out. All right. So other breaking news. Let's talk about some more positive breaking news. Breaking. Grayscale wins SEC lawsuit for Bitcoin ETF. Very, very important. So what this mean? What does this mean? What's happening here is that SEC is losing over and over and over into these crypto companies. So let's dive in. Crypto asset manager Grayscale Investments has scored a major victory against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, Gary Gensler, in its efforts to convert its over-the-counter Grayscale Bitcoin Trust GBTC into a listed Bitcoin exchange-traded ETF. So they want to put this on the stock market. Previously, the SEC rejected its GBTC application on grounds that the product were not designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices. Grayscale subsequently sued, and the decision has been overturned. Just in, the DC Circuit Court ruled in favor of Grayscale in our lawsuit challenging the SEC's decision to deny GBTC's conversion to an ETF. Thank you to everyone who has been on this journey with us, especially our investors. We are grateful for your support. So it's slowly happening, right? Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is the largest Bitcoin fund traded over the counter with over 14 billion in assets under management. Remember, Bitcoin, the whole crypto market is about $1 trillion, and they talking about 14 billion in crypto assets with a lot more funds ready to go. In October of 2022, Grayscale terminated material agreements with its partner and digital currency broker Genesis Global. In November of 22, Genesis Global paused withdrawals, citing unprecedented market turmoil and collapse of cryptocurrency exchange FTX. So after all this stuff happened with FTX, we're now on the other side where companies are like BlackRock, as well as another name we have to mention, where companies are now focused on Bitcoin backed products. We're talking about them having Bitcoins, putting it in 401ks, putting it in mutual funds, putting it into different derivatives, future assets that we can then buy, sell, and trade on the stock market. Bullish news, definitely bullish. Make sure y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. And the next bullish news we have to talk about, it's got to be XRP. XRP and Western Union. So Western Union embraces Ripple blockchain and XRP token for enhanced money transactions. Global money transfer powerhouse Western Union, y'all remember Western Union, is boldly venturing into the dynamic and rapidly evolving realm of cryptocurrencies, marking a significant and strategic movement into its financial landscape. With a storied history of facilitating seamless cross-border transactions, Western Union's decision to enter the highly stacked cryptocurrency arena underscores its commitment to innovation and adaptability in ever-changing financial ecosystem. So let's dive in right here. This strategic move was unveiled by CEO during his analyst conference call, where he revealed Western Union's active exploration of integrating Ripple's blockchain technology in its native digital asset XRP. Remember, XRP is made for global transfers. It is made to send money in 2-3 seconds, right? And Western Union wants to tap into that technology, which is very, very bullish, right? So streamlining cross-border payments. This trend of embracing Ripple's blockchain-based solutions for cross-border payments extends beyond Western Union. Even the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority has entered into an agreement to implement Ripple's blockchain software Xcurrent in its banking operations. Financial institutions and remittance companies are harnessing this technology to optimize transactions, cut losses, and boost efficiency. This tangible application of XRP's utility is driving demand for the cryptocurrency as a bridge asset, solidifying its value proposition and attracting investors in the digital realm. Say less, basically. Saudi Arabia, we're talking about Western Union, different companies, right? Big companies that literally work with banks. They are known for making transfers, and they looking at XRP, they're looking at cryptocurrency, and they're like, let's go get it. You know what I mean? So listen, y'all let me know what you think below about a potential market crash August all the way through September, right? Bitboy crypto being fired, Grayscale Bitcoin ETF under further review, and then the biggest news of all, I think, is XRP and Western Union. It's looking good, y'all, looking real good. So make sure y'all tap in, leave any comments, suggestions, or information that you want me to research below. And until the next one, y'all, stay blessed. I'm going.